Hi there, Sagittarius. It's Jen here. I'm here to do your reading for March 2020. I already laid out the cards. I laid them out and realized I wasn't recording. Oops. So, anyway, I'm not going to redo it because I feel like these are the cards. I haven't looked at any of them yet. So, March 2020, we have a full moon on the 9th in Virgo and a new moon on the 24th in Aries. Just that combination, and we will be in a Mercury retrograde. So back up your computers. Don't send emotional emails. Um, find your air sign friend to read any emails where you're a little bit triggered or something, and strip all the emotion from it. But so to me, Virgo, I have two of my very closest friends are Virgos, and they're so smart. I don't know if you have any Virgos. They're so smart, but they're very they need they need to have the details worked out to feel comfortable. Um, so I would what that means to me is that the beginning of March is a time to do some decluttering, really check the fine details, read the fine print, and also they like to be organized. Um, and then Aries is a cardinal sign. It's a fire sign. It's action. It's movement. It's let's go do things. And so if you have all your ducks in a row and you have all the details worked out, then you can move forward and feel really good about things. But I would wait. It's like that full moon is the period. Until then, you should hold off. I don't know why I'm like doing predictive astrology. I'm not an astrologer. That's just what came to mind. So what's on your mind? The King of Wands. He's often on my mind. Ooh, the Two of Cups. I love this Two of Cups. Wow, so passion, love. Three oh Three of Swords. It's so perfect though. So to me, this is new love or deepening love. He's passion, enthusiasm. You're going out, you're doing things, or you're thinking about this. This is a strong emotional connection. It's kind of interesting though, because this person's very gregarious and maybe I was going to say loud, so maybe kind of loud and animated and likes to go out and meet people, like very extroverted. But with this Two of Cups in this particular deck, they're kind of hiding a little bit, right? They're a little bit connected with each other and not really wanting to go public yet, is what I see. They want to keep things a little bit hidden. And then you have here a breakup. So for some of you, I feel like you've met someone, but you're not, and it's you really connecting, but you're just not sure if you're ready to go public yet because things haven't worked out in the past, and you don't want people up in your business, and you just want time. That's very Virgo, let me tell you. You just want time and space to grow into it, for it to set in, to really figure out how you feel about it, because it feels unstable to you. I mean, this is fire energy and water energy, and then swords. So no earth energy. You're feeling a little ungrounded. So in times like those, you can do things like go on YouTube and search grounding meditation, or get some pots and plants and start some whatever you want, some herbs or something. Just walk, if you're somewhere where it's nice out, you can go outside and walk barefoot in the ground, take walks in nature, um, take salt baths, things like that to really ground yourself. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, I want to see what's at the bottom too, because I'm kind of loving this. There's a real sweet aspect about it, actually, almost innocence. Like for some, this may be the first relationship in a long time, and it's kind of freaking you out. Oh, the Six of the Cups. Yeah, the Six of the Cups. The Six of the Cups. The Six of Cups is sweet energy. Just keep it simple. Try to enjoy the moment, the present. Is maybe someone, and I hate saying this because do I think this is someone from your past that you had an ugly breakup with? I really don't. This is someone, if it is someone from your past, it would be someone that maybe you guys liked each other, but the timing was never right. Or maybe you did date in high school and it wasn't, it was fun and light. It wasn't like we gave this a real shot and we were not compatible. It's not that energy. And so this also says try not to get too caught up in the details and all the possible scenarios and getting up in your head. This is to keep it simple. Take it one step at a time, keep it simple. Don't read too much into it, just take it as it comes. Okay, and this middle row here, this is going to up in your head. This middle row is going to be sort of the day-to-day of what's happening. And this is maybe some subconscious influences down here, or the root of the matter. So on the day-to-day, you have this high priestess, which I think is really interesting. She's tracking the moons. So that full moon on the 9th in Virgo and that new moon on the 24th in Aries could be significant dates for you. This is something hidden, which I think is interesting because we had this up here. A hidden love, a hidden crush, starting a relationship and not wanting to keep it quiet for some reason. I'm not seeing infidelity, but and I'm not sure why it's hidden. I think it's an internal thing. I just don't want people in my business. I want to keep my private life private. Maybe it's someone at work or something. It seems to me something like that, where someone, like people would have opinions about it. Like, you know what I mean? So if it gets out at work that you're dating someone from work, that's going to stir a lot of gossip versus, yeah, someone's dating someone and no one knows them and they really can't form any opinions about it. But there is something. I'll be interested to get to these cards because there's something deep about this, or something, some subconscious thing that I think we're going to uncover about ourselves. Like I could almost see the tower coming up because it would be a breakthrough. So here's the Page of Swords. This is communication. This could be that Mercury in retrograde, just to be careful with your communication this month. But this could be online things like online dating, online businesses, online communication, which most communication is online now. Oh, and the Queen of Rods. Okay, so this is us. I mean, these are the two mature fire signs. That really tells me maybe that's what's so scary, is that you're just such a fit. The two people that are coming together just really are comfortable with each other because they think the same. They're just a match. It was interesting. I was listening to Deborah Silverman. She's an astrologer. If you don't know who she is, um, she's also a licensed psychologist. But she said people often ask her which signs are compatible, and she said that um, signs, the more alike the signs are, the better they'll get along. Because at first, when you meet someone, if they're really the opposite of you, it's interesting and it's not something you're that you're comfortable with. So it's appealing, but after a while, that's actually really gets on your nerves. And then more recently, I heard her say that if you're, say, I'm Sag Sun and Rising, but Sag Sun, Libra Moon, that I would do well with someone with a Libra Sun, and if they had a Sag Moon, like that's a good match. Um, but it's again, if you're with someone who has their sun sign is your moon sign, you can see how that's a connection. Um, that's a similarity, not a difference. I just think some of us Saggies are going to get swept off our feet, and it's going to freak us out. That's what I'm seeing so far. Oh yeah, here we. Oh, get over yourself, people. I'm talking to myself. So down here, we had a bad breakup, and it is on the in the root of this, and it's on our minds as well. We've had a bad, and this could be, doesn't have to be a love situation. It could be at work. Whatever came to your mind, go with that. But you've been burned before. It was not fun, and it's always on your mind. That's like this high priestess gets into your subconscious. There is this fear. Eight of Cups. This is walking away. This is, I put so much time and energy into this, and I need to walk away. And it's really hard after you've spent years and feeling like every hour of every day you tried to make this work, and it didn't work because we can only control ourselves, right? And the other person has to be just as into working on it and fixing it and examining their own shit. And lots of people don't want to examine their own shit. They want to blame other people. Um, so working on a way to truly let this go. So working with your moons, you can Google new moon, full moon rituals on YouTube and for these specific moons. And because I find sometimes actually writing things down and burning them, and you can get paper made for that, or use scrap paper, so we're being environmentally friendly, right? You can bury things, but lots of times we're like, oh yeah, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I dealt with it, it's fine. But when it really comes down to it, we haven't. So to tangibly, this is a very Virgo thing, right? Very Earth, to physically have to write something down and speak it out loud and truly examine it. It's could be a tool to help really let that go, so you can allow this in without this fear covering it. Queen of, yeah, let that shit go. Cut all that old, all those feelings and everything that's attached to the old situation. It has nothing to do with the new situation. I mean, I can hear you saying, because I'm saying it in my brain, yeah, but I miss those red signs, those red flags, those signs. And I don't trust myself more than anything. How did I let myself get into that situation? How did I let myself get so deep? So you are taking it slower, maybe like that Virgo earth sign, and not jumping in so fast, even though, wow, I mean, this is about as passionate and exciting and just feeling like you're falling in love. And I think that's the fear is well, allowing yourself to feel like you're falling in love and allow that to happen and trying to figure out how to take it slow but let it happen but not self-sabotage. Let's take that was pretty much a love reading, but I have the Crystal Visions Tarot for three. I'm gonna just pull three more cards. I knew it was in there somewhere. It's going to be a breakthrough. It's going to be great. Thanks for coming out, Tower. I put myself out there. Judgment. Yep. Making a decision. This is a wake-up call. Wow, what's in the next one going to be? Should I take this one? Holy crap. 3 major arcana. So these are the spirit. What's on the bottom? Spiritual lessons. 3 of Wands. Looking at the big picture. Zooming out. Trying to get out of just this moment and really see the whole picture. And wow, I'm letting those 2 years of my life affect and cloud everything else. Does that make sense? Is that in proportion? Yeah. Okay. This. I'm glad I pulled these. So let's start at the beginning. A breakthrough. Having a breakthrough. And once you about what is at the root of your fears and your insecurities and what's holding you back and preventing you from it's like we're not quite living. We look like we're living. We look like we're happy and we are. But there's something cut off and held back and reserved. And maybe it's just dating in general. There is a hard line that we didn't realize we had that we won't cross that has been holding us back. And when you uncover something like this, it's usually, while it can be focused on one thing, say relationships, the breakthrough usually affects everything in our lives in a positive way. Judgment, yep, wake up call. Once you see something or realize something, you can't un it. You can't unrealize it, unsee it. And when we make a decision with the Judgment card, there is no going back. It has a little bit of a death card energy to it. There is no, the butterfly never goes back and becomes a caterpillar again. So this decision will stick. I'm going to get healthy. I'm going to put myself out there. I'm going to release resentment from the past, whatever came to your mind. And I'm just seeing the Hierophant in this reading as wisdom gained, increasing your spiritual awareness. Compassion is coming through, actually. And again, applying your spiritual tools and practice to all areas of your life, work, relationships, everything. And like I have this feeling of going through just this presence, this peace. Yeah, it's more like peace. and calmness and mindfulness and, sorry, and a lack of fear and anxiety, because you're just more centered, and we're just more centered and grounded by the end of this month. Ooh, that is a nice reading, Sag. Have a great month. Take care.